Nice That You Looking At. Wildest Dreams is a song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. It is the fifth single from her fifth studio album, 1989-2014. Swift wrote the song with its producers Max Martin and Shellback. Wildest Dreams has an atmospheric, balladic production incorporating programmed drums, mellotron-generated and live strings, and synthesizers. The rhythm interpolates Swift's heartbeat. Critics described it as synth pop, dream pop, and electropop. The lyrics feature Swift pleading with a lover to remember her even after their relationship ends. Big Machine Records, in partnership with Republic Records, released Wildest Dreams to radio on August 31, 2015. When the song was first released, some critics found the production and Swift's vocals alluring, but others found the track derivative, comparing it to the music of Lana Del Rey. Retrospectively, critics have described Wildest Dreams as one of Swift's most memorable songs. The single peaked within the top 5 on charts of Australia, Canada, Poland, and South Africa. It was certified diamond in Brazil, 9 times platinum in Australia, and double platinum in Portugal and the United Kingdom. In the United States, Wildest Dreams peaked at number 5 and became 1989's fifth consecutive top 10 single on the Billboard Hot 100. It peaked atop 3 of Billboard's airplay charts. The Recording Industry Association of America certified the track 4 times platinum. Joseph Kahn directed the music video for Wildest Dreams, set in Africa in the 1950s. It depicts Swift as a classical Hollywood actress who falls in love with her co-star but ends the fling upon completion of their film project. Media publications praised the production as cinematic but accused the video of glorifying colonialism, a claim that Kahn dismissed. Swift included Wildest Dreams in the set lists for 2 of her world tours, the 1989 World Tour, 2015, and the Eras Tour, 2023-2024. Following the dispute regarding the ownership of Swift's master recordings in 2019, and the viral popularity of Wildest Dreams on the social media site TikTok in 2021, Swift released the re-recorded version, Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version. Taylor Swift had identified as a country musician up until her 4th studio album, Red, which was released on October 22, 2012. Red's eclectic pop and rock styles beyond the country stylings of Swift's past albums led to critics questioning her country music identity. Swift began writing songs for her 5th studio album in mid-2013. While touring, she was inspired by 1980s synth pop to create her 5th studio album, 1989, which she described as her first official pop album, and named after her birth year. The album makes extensive use of synthesizers, programmed drum machines, and electronic and dance stylings, a stark contrast to the acoustic arrangements of her country-styled albums. Swift and Max Martin served as executive producers of 1989. On the album's standard edition, Martin and his frequent collaborator Shellback produced 7 out of 13 songs, including Wildest Dreams. Swift wrote Wildest Dreams with Martin and Shellback, who both produced and programmed the song and played the keyboards. Martin played the piano, and Shellback played the electric guitar and percussion. Matthias Byland joined the production of Wildest Dreams. After Martin played the track to him, Byland played and arranged the strings, which he recorded and edited at his home studio in Tuve, Sweden. Michael Ilbert and Sam Holland, assisted by Corey Bice, recorded the track at MXM Studios in Stockholm and Conway Recording Studios in Los Angeles. It was mixed by Serban Gania at Mix Star Studios in Virginia Beach and mastered by Tom Coyne at Sterling Sound in New York. Wildest Dreams is a power ballad that interpolates Swift's heartbeat in its rhythm. It incorporates programmed drums, pulsing synths, and staccato strings generated with a mellotron. In the chorus, the melody is accentuated by live strings with what Byland described as Coldplay-type rhythm chords. Swift sings with breathy vocals. According to John Caramanica from the New York Times, she sings drowsily in the verses and skips up an octave in the bridge. Jem Aswad of Billboard said that she between a fluttery soprano and deadpan alto. Music critics characterize the genre as synth pop, dream pop, and electropop, with elements of chillwave. Although the synths and drums were a stark contrast to Swift's earlier music. The musicologist James E. Perrone said that the composition retained some elements from her previous country songs. The heavy use of the pentatonic scale in the melody and the move between major and minor chords in the chorus. In the lyrics, Swift's narrator tells a lover to remember her after their relationship ends while still being in love with him, despite the inevitable ending. The narrator acknowledges the strong romantic and sexual connection with this man and strives to build fond memories with him. The first verse is about lust. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. She expresses her desire to live on in the lover's memory as a woman with red lips, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset. She cautions the lover that she will haunt him. Say you'll see me again even if it's just in your wildest dreams. The bridge is set in double time and sees Swift's character affirming, "You see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down." Critics have described the sound as sultry, sensual, and dramatic, comparing the production and the theme of failed romance to the music of the singer-songwriter Lana Del Rey. The Guardian's Alexis Petridis felt that the song abandoned Swift's previous persona of the pathetic female appendage sniveling over her bad boy boyfriend, and instead portrayed the man as her victim. Slate's Forrest Wickman thought that Swift's character was a sort of femme fatale. Robert Leadham of Drowned in Sound wrote that the lyrics portrayed her arrogance and confidence to on to better things, contrasting with the victim mentality on her past songs. When it was first released, Wildest Dreams received mixed reviews from music critics. Petridis found it hugely cheering that Swift employed a new perspective in her songwriting. Caramanica said that the song had the most pronounced vocal tweak on 1989, demonstrating Swift's new ways of expressing herself in music. The Arizona Republic's Ed Marsley found the track haunting and Swift's vocals seductive. Sam Lansky of Time described the production as lush and full of cinematic grandeur. Writing for Hot Press, Paul Nolan picked it as the album's best track for its combination of chillwave and sweeping sing-along choruses. The song helped Swift win the Songwriter of the Year award at the 2016 BMI Pop Awards, and was recognized at the 2017 ASCAP Awards. Other reviews opined that the track was influenced by Lana Del Rey to an extent that it erased Swift's authenticity. Aswad said that it was hard to tell if the song is homage or parody, and Wickman and Michael Wood of the Los Angeles Times opined that Swift's songwriting lost its distinctive quality. Shane Kimberline from Music OMH and Lindsay Zolads from Vulture deemed Wildest Dreams one of the album's weakest tracks and took issue with the Del Rey resemblance in Swift's vocals and lyrics. Slant Magazine's Annie Galvin said Swift's vocals complemented the narrative lyrics, but described the song as a misguided imitation of Del Rey with a predictable storyline. In The Atlantic, Kevin O'Keefe argued that the Del Rey comparisons were unfair, and Emma Green praised the storytelling lyrics and contended that they were unabashed, all-consuming, earnest nostalgia. Anticipating, which she deemed distinct from Del Rey's performative, cool girl nostalgia. Retrospectively, Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone wrote in 2019 that the song sounds stronger and stronger over the years. NME's Hannah Milray called it a beauty, and Nate Jones from Vulture considered it one of Swift's 10 best songs and specifically lauded the invigorating double-time bridge. The bridge was ranked 66th on Billboard's 2021 list of the 100 greatest song bridges of the 21st century. Alex Hudson and Megan LaPierre of Exclaim included Wildest Dreams in their list of the best 20 songs by Swift, saying that she totally nails the Del Rey resemblance. Jane Song from Paste lauded the dark Lana Del Rey-esque pop production and opined that the lyrics about memory made the song have more staying power than you'd expect. Petrodis ranked it 18th out of 44 singles Swift had released by April 2019, and he said that the song employed a Del Rey-inspired songwriting trope with a smart, pleasing twist. Joseph Kahn directed the music video for Wildest Dreams, the third time he directed a music video for a 1989 single after Blank Space and Bad Blood. Filming primarily took place in Botswana and South Africa. Inspired by The Secret Conversations, 2013, a memoir of the actress Ava Gardner. Swift conceived the premise for the video as an illicit love affair between two actors in an isolated place within Africa. Because they could only interact with each other without other means of communication. Kahn took inspiration from romantic films set in Africa, such as The African Queen, 1951, Out of Africa, 1985, and The English Patient, 1996. The video's narrative focuses on an affair between a classical Hollywood actress, Swift, and her male co-star, Scott Eastwood, who shoot a film in 1950s Africa. Kahn compared the affair to the romance between Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. The pair gets involved romantically off-screen, as the video features shots of wildlife such as giraffes, zebras, and lions in a broad savanna. The affair turns sour after a fight on set. As the romance ends, the pair is seen shooting in front of a savanna backdrop in a California studio. At the film's premiere, Swift's character sees her co-star with his wife. During the screening, Swift's character flees the theater and gets into a waiting limousine, as the co-star runs into the street and watches her leave. The video premiered on television during the pre-show of the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards on August 31. Swift donated all of the proceeds from the video to the African Parks Foundation of America for wild animal conservation causes. Rolling Stone's Brittany Spanos commented that Swift and Eastwood channeled retro Hollywood glamour. And Billboard's Natalie Weiner deemed Elizabeth Taylor an influence on Swift's fashion in the video. ABC News described the video as visually powerful. And Wickman found the production cinematic and the narrative a lot more engaging than the music video for Style. Mike Wass of Idolator said that although Swift and Eastwood did not have a strong chemistry, the African scenery and narrative all hang together rather nicely. The video was nominated for Best Fresh Video at the 2016 MTV Italian Music Awards. Many online blogs and publications contended that the video glorified white colonialism by featuring a white cast in Africa. Critics opined that it portrayed a romanticized nostalgia for colonial Africa held by white people and neglected the struggles of the African peoples during the European colonization. The African Studies professor Matthew Carotenuto wrote that the storyline depicted pith helmet and khaki-clad men as civilizing heroes, and the women who joined them roughing it in tents wearing lingerie. In the book Mistaking Africa, the history and political science authors Curtis Keam and Carolyn Somerville wrote that Wildest Dreams reinforce the stereotypes associated with Africa and the mistaken perception held by many Americans that large game are found everywhere in Africa and that all parts of Africa are identical. Khan defended the video and said that featuring a black cast would be historically inaccurate for the 1950s settings. Loretta Charlton of Vulture felt that the accusations were overblown, although she acknowledged that the video's depiction of Africa was problematic. She regarded it as antiquated and recommended the audience to focus on the modern-day colonialism of Africa that demanded urgent attention. Some journalists and academics analyzed the video in the context of Swift's celebrity and the historical Hollywood depictions of Africa. Carotenuto opined that Swift was part of a Lion King generation, which led her to think of Africa as nothing more than a rich tapestry of flora and fauna, with actual Africans fading onto the periphery, an idea that had been propagated by Hollywood films and popular American culture. The Atlantic's Spencer Kornhaber wrote that her generation was when certain symbols of white dominance have been glorified. For Kornhaber, Wildest Dreams was in line with Swift's artistic vision of a powerful but vague nostalgia, defined less by time period than by particular strains of influence that just happened to be affiliated with a certain skin color. Kornhaber and Shepo Makoina from The Guardian argued that the criticism was not meant to portray Swift as racist. The former contended that it was a lesson for Swift about how nostalgia can be inherently political. The latter said that the video was a clumsy move, but not one that merits outrage. But the criticism blemished Swift's America's Sweetheart reputation. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.